think we're going. Oh my God, we're early. I hit start and I think it's 2 minutes prior. Oh my God, Charles, you're starting this off right. Yo, what's up, dudes? Let me know how I sound. My voice too loud, too soft? Is anything distorting? Besides the guitar, that's intentional. Who we have here? Rocket Design, what's up, buddy? Ben, John Parson, Mark Cote, Krellbar, Jude, Steven, Tracy, Joe, John, Anders, I know an Anders, Jason, of course, Hardtail, Trace, of course, Joe, of course, Larry, Bam, Jack, of course, Cheddar, Steve, Smithers, and I think I saw a Scott go by. Peter, what's up, buddy? Devil Shoes, John Parsons, Steve Ray. Terry says it all sounds good, so did Marshall. What's up, Rock City? What's up, Rochester? I knew some guys from Rochester. Going by a little fast, I think I saw Jeff, Buddy, Chris, Dennis, and Rob. Ray from Norway, you're up late. Thanks for staying up, buddy. Rob from Dedham. This one's for Rob. That's for you. That's for Rob from Dedham. What's up, Stratco? And sounds good. People saying sounds good. What's up, Denver? What's up, Lugily Flush? RC32. I'm doing well. How you doing? Frederick, what's up from Germany? Guten Nacht? Help me out, buddy. All I know is Guten Tag, but would that mean like good night, like I'm going to bed? So that wouldn't be appropriate. Almost like we need like a good evening for Germany. It's like you guys have a different word for everything. London, motherfucking England. Sounds great here. Okay, good. Love Davola. I love Davola too. I gotta get myself on cam here. Hold on, I'm off cam. No, that's not the right one. Yeah, right. Bobby came over and saw it in person and said it looked quite nice. Peter says, Friday was a new guitar day. I got a PRS SE, spalted maple, brah, great guitar. That's awesome, bro. Happy NGD. Schleicher, right? Oh, that's, dude, I can't, come on. I see what you're right, Frederick. Those letters together make no sense. Like, to pronounce it correctly, you would have to cut out my tongue. I mean, yeah, in Italian, it's buonanotte. So, see, that one, that's easy. But you Germans with the cluster of consonants, you're killing me. Thanks. I'm going to say legacy flux. That's Frankenstein. Yeah, it is 420. What's up, RC32? Who else am I seeing here? Jim Bean? Yeah, break out the blunts. I tell you, that's what they do over in Europe. It's so gross. I'm voting down on the blunt. Sorry, my blunt loving friends. Those are just gross. It's the tobacco. It's like, ugh, ruins everything. Oh, paranoid. I gotta play it like. I gotta throw Sharon's dogs off a little bit. They're like, huh? Huh? All right, let me know if everything's coming through okay. That was the big opening. You're welcome. You're right. I get paranoid when I smoke weed. Right. Oh God, yeah. So that's what we need to do. We need to come up with, all weed related songs for the night. So paranoid would make sense. And Sharon's making me paranoid. No, you rock, JT. Favorite technique to play? I don't know. I do like stuff that's more staccato, probably, because it's a little easier, quite frankly. And it sounds like I know what I'm doing. That's half the battle. All right. Oh, you know what kills is like, some guy goes out there. I'll never forget Larry Coryell was out there, and everybody's jamming and playing like bebop and all this stuff. And they right, too many notes. Larry Coryell walks out. Right, they're all jamming. He walks up and goes like. The audience goes berserk. Absolutely berserk. Like one note, like. And I remember friends being like so angry. They're like, that's cheating. That's cheating. Because the audience doesn't really know. They just hear that. And, it's very exciting. And it gets them all whipped up. Oh, my God. Bringing this one back. B. Polsky asks, hey, how was Buckethead? Both inspirational and depressing. Right? When you've unlocked Buckethead level of achievement, Buckethead level unlocked. You know, you're in rarefied air. You know, the guy really is, pretty crazy. And you know what? You got to hand it to him. I have video footage of Buckethead making a mistake. He clearly, goes up and he's off by a half a step. And it's his ears that save him, and he quickly adjusts and gets out of it. But he is out of position for 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, which for him is like an eternity, right? Just ask any android. That's an eternity. Do you still play your Les Paul? I do. I just had it out recently. I had my bro over and we had it out. And he was like, that's awesome. he was enjoying it. It helps if you hit the right note. Yeah, we all know a couple tricks. Couple things. I've been living off tricks for 30 years. Somebody was asking something that I missed, and I wanted to answer it. I was wondering if right, gets around the copyright. Buckethead is incredible, I agree. Here we go. Strat, Telly, or Jazzmaster? I'm squarely in the Strat camp. I've made my choice. It's the Strat. I love the Telly. Jazzmaster, I don't really even know much about. I was never really attracted to the offsets. But between Strat and a Telly, I take a Strat. I'm a Strat guy. Yes, Chic and Booty. Sheep arriving too late to save a drowning witch. Yeah, I saw Frank. I met Frank Zappa. Shook his hand, got his autograph. I wish I knew where that autograph was, but I had it pretty. You know what? It's when I moved. I moved twice, and it. You know what? I'll bet I'll find it, because I wouldn't throw something like that out, and it wouldn't make it to a garbage. I was pretty careful about it, but I had a whole bunch of tickets all together, and I'm sure it's just a matter of finding them. We're 15 years in, we're still unpacking. Steve, have you ever had a guitar with a neck misaligned and the loosening of the strings? I know what you're saying, you're trying to change it, didn't fix it. I don't think so. I've never had one that far off where I couldn't just loosen a couple of turns on the thing. I know what you're saying, just turn that neck a little bit and tighten it back down again. I've never really had, that hasn't been a big problem. The bigger problem I find is somebody's replaced the bridge on it, and they put just the wrong friggin' bridge on it. It's just too wide, or it's just not, it doesn't really fit correctly. That's more of a problem, I find, than the neck being off a little bit. And when it is, I'm trying to think of a guitar. Usually it's more the tilt, like the shim, than the side to side. People tell me that the side to side is pretty easily fixed just by moving it a little bit and doing, someone said, "Where's the green Strat?" It's right there. It's got a broken string. My bro came over and he just broke strings on like at least 2 guitars. Probably I'm going to blame him for at least 1 or 2 more. How many guitars do you own? I don't know right now. I've been selling. Got rid of the jazz one, and I'm probably going to get rid of another acoustic soon. I'm going through. Time to thin it out a little bit. I got rid of the Chapman last year. I think. Probably I have an Ibanez or 2 that I could get rid of. Keep the Les Paul, obviously. But I've got a few that I've picked up over the years. Man, that sounds so good. This guitar sounds so amazing. Speed pick? You mean like economy picking? Like down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Like that? So there's 2 ways to pick, right? Either economy picking or alternate picking. That's about it, other than sweep picking. Am I missing something? Right, that's pretty much the 3 ways. So if you want to do economy picking, right? Am I hitting down again? Or am I doing alternate? I'm doing down. Frank Gambale, that guy's pretty much nailed it. In fact, he probably has a book called Speed Picking from like 1988, 1989. But that dude, it's pretty much a rule. If you want to go in one direction, like sweep picking or 3 notes in a string or 5 notes in a string, you do an odd number that moves across the string. If you want to go in the reverse direction, if you want a reverse direction, you have to do an even number of notes. That's it. That's the formula. An odd number goes in the same direction, an even number turns it around. And then you'd have to go in an odd number again to keep, right? Because now you want to go in the same direction. So that was pretty much it that was all you needed to know from that video, other than watching him play and just feeling really, really bad about your own playing. What's up, Kenny? You going to the Boston Amp Show? I am. I will be at the Boston Amp Show. Which is now apparently Axe Fest. Which is all about the axe effects, right? It's like Axe Fest is coming up. So that should be good. I think Dweezil's app is playing for Axe Fest, and could be Larry Mitchell, could be it could be I wonder if Greg Koch is coming up for that with one of the brands. I don't know, but I don't know exactly who is gonna be there, because they're not listing the amp brands. The only thing they're listing is that it's gonna be there. Like for the LA one, they listed a ton of brands, but for the Boston one, they're not listing any brands other than Axe Fest is going to be like half the space. So maybe, I don't know, are they not finding amp brands to come out and go to it? I don't know. Buckethead rocks and he can robot dance like a mofo. Right? I mean, that guy, my God, he can robo dance like a mofo. He's got the flow, man. Oh. Let me see here. Hey, what's up, Johnny Bean? Zach Thong is here. Guitarded is here. Quentin James is here. Steve, see you at next year's NAMM. We will have a good round of Greek drinks. I will be with my teacher, Panos Arvanitis. Yeah. I'm so bummed I didn't get to see him this year. I was out one whole day, though, with illness. This doesn't look like an attic to me. No, not yet. The attic is coming together, but no. I'm not really set up there for the videos yet. More just doing editing work. And I'll say this, man, that system up there is sick friggin' fast. Oh my God. Steve, it is Gordon from Scotland. What's up, Scotland? I love your channel. Awesome. Just bought my first Harley Benton guitar. You should get it Monday. Used to have a Fender Mexican Strat for 10 years. Awesome. Yeah, I like the Harley Benton stuff. I've played them at a couple of GitCons and at the Tolman event last year, and probably again at the Tolman event this year. That white guitar back there is Harley Benton. It's funny because I pulled out the Harley Benton Les Paul I have, the gold top with the P90s, because I was thinking about guitars to bring to the attic, right? Got to get a stable together up there. And I picked it up and I plugged it in and I was like, oh damn, I forgot how good this thing sounds. I love the sound of the P90s. P90s for the win. You know, I'll bet I could throw a set of like Lindy Fralins in there that would be like just freaking sick, right? It would sound like amazing. But we'll see. Put a $300 set of pickups in a $150 guitar. What do you think of the Greg Koch Reverend Telly? I love it. What I like about it is that it's a tiny bit larger. I don't like it when they make guitars smaller. Like I never liked the Jackson Dinky because it was like a 7/8 size. I want a 9/8 size, right? I want it a little bigger, if anything. And that's what the Koch Telecaster. Well, I guess we can't say Telecaster, but the Koch T style guitar from Reverend is. So, it's just a tiny bit bigger because he's a big dude. And it's got his Fishman Gristle set of pickups in it. And I've been talking with them for like a couple of years now, and they're more than happy to ship me something. I talked with Penny, who's like, one of the owners, and she's just really, really cool, and she was showing me when I went to the NAMM show this year, and I'm sure they'd send me one to do a demo on. But I'm so close to the Dallas Guitar Festival, they will be at the Dallas International Guitar Festival. I'll just see them there and say, look, well, I got a lot on my plate. Let's. After this, I'm going to Germany and then doing Summer NAMM, so we'll figure it out. Yeah, the Gristle Masters. A buddy of mine got the Greg Koch model and loves it. Yeah. They seem to be, making a pretty good quality instrument at Reverend, and it's got all the appointments that he likes. And let's face it, the guy is a good guitar player who is pretty, pretty good at knowing like what works and what doesn't work. I kind of trust the guy's opinion, right? Oh yeah, hold on. Hold on. We gotta. We'll go right there. Yeah. Someone brought up a 420 song. And I was like, damn, that's right. Last Dance with Mary Jane. A minor to G. G. Oh. So how you guys doing? Cool Vola Steve. Yeah. Yeah, check that out, R2, R3. R2D2. Vola. Hey, thanks, Pipolsky. Happy Easter, thanks. Play a D-sus score, I know, right? Don't want to get money going to Universal Music. Close, but no A minor. So you do it on the last turnaround. In other words, it turns around A minor to A minor. Something like that. Yeah, Vola is nice, right? Can you see the flame side? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the flames down the friggin' side of this thing? It's got like a flame binding. But I don't know if it's coming out on camera. Like if you can actually see that, you know, the flambe. And then there's Lars Jabak. Trying not to whack stuff. I hate when that happens. Watching out for headstocks. Oh, can you see that? You see that in the reflection? That's my Pink Panther picture. That's a cell. That's an animation cell of the Pink Panther. So in a very real sense, it's really him. They say it's a Fritz Freeling. The chorus is E minor to A twice and holding a G. Dale says he can see the flame in the binding. Yeah, your mileage may vary on, I guess, on how big your screen is, you know. Will they help me play better? What, the flames? Yes. That's just science. Everybody knows that. That's why do you think we buy them? Hey, what's up, Hank? I'll play Bark at the Moon. I almost feel like I need a stronger sound than that, right? Something a little bit more, a little bit more 80s. The one I would normally go to would be like this. We can go now for something completely different. I think it's like. Let's find a. I'm gonna find a crazy sound. Let's get nuts. What does that even mean? Beavis and Butthead. Anyone see Sammy Hagar's new band with Michael Anthony and Jason Bonham on Howard Stern? I did. I saw that exact. I saw that and heard it. Well, I heard it and then I saw it after they put it up. I like their version of. Right. Is it E? Because he's going like. Do you believe that distortion makes any riff metal and rocking? Yeah. Proven by science. We're just experimenting here. It's just an experiment. Everybody just calm down. But that's the type of sound that just beats you into submission, right? This is what I've been playing a lot lately. This is part of THU. This is called Behave Lead. Yeah, I thought it was a good version. Did you guys see Michael Anthony with John 5 and at that club? It was a John 5 show, and Michael Anthony just came and sat in, and that guy Corey Taylor. Oh my God! In between, I was laughing so hard because at one point he goes, "Let me tell you something, people. Water makes rust, and rust sinks battleships." I mean, that's such a friggin' Davism. It's like, what the hell does that even mean? I was in tears. Oh, it was so good. And they sounded amazing. What's up, Max? Have you seen the new Kramer SM1 colors? Yeah. So this is an OG color. That's an OC. It's an original color. They blue, candy red. That's the one Tone King has. And I saw some Pacer looking stuff that had the original metallic green, and I was like, finally, do the metallic green with a chrome Floyd and 2 black pickups with black rings and 3 black speed knobs, and it's 1982 all over again. It's like that's the look. Ugh. What's up, Douglas? I miss Anthony's background vocals, not a fan of Wolfgang's. Yeah, some people were saying that they might have even had someone like behind stage singing. I mean, who knows? If you've ever been backstage at a big show, there's a whole city under that stage. That whole stage is just completely, it's unbelievable what they have down there. Tech rooms, lighting rooms. It's unbelievable. It's so good. Oh, God. Know what else is good? That freaking coffee. Mmm. Mmm. Probably here. Nope. That one. There it is. Steve, have you been hit with any copyright crap? No, because I've been avoiding it. I actually used to do more like that, and they were getting me. They don't seem to come after my live shows. It's more like when it's a separate video. I guess it all goes by percentage. Or maybe if I'm not playing to a backing track, which is what I would do, I'd play to a backing track. Is the headstock a comparison ripoff? I doubt it. For all we know, could be made in the same factory. Have a Corona. It's kind of dank out. We're getting the cold rain, kind of the cool rain. How was Buckethead? It was awesome. He didn't take a break this year. He came out and played just a full set and was off stage. And so last year, doors opened at 7, and we sat out there until 9. He went on at 9 and went off at like 11, And this year, doors opened at 7, and he went on at 8:05. And some people showed up at like 8:35 and were like, I didn't think he was going to go on till 9, but he was on at 8. It said 8 o'clock on the ticket, Jeff Beck. Right. Steve, thoughts on the guitarist Joel Hoskra from Whitesnake? I know that name, but I don't know that I can bring right to the surface of my brain right now him playing. I'm sure he's awesome if he's in Whitesnake. You still looking to get a PRS? I am. Do you use a boom mic? No, I use a lav mic right here. I don't use a shotgun. It'd be even a lot more noisy in here if I used a shotgun than if I used using a lav mic. Steve, how do you maintain so many guitars? Isn't it overwhelming? Yeah, you know what? It kind of is, and that's why I've been getting rid of a few. The problem is like you go to get rid of it, and you're like, well, it's the only one I have like that, right? Well, you start talking yourself out of it really quickly. The biggest problem is the pain in the ass is strings, right? Breaking strings and changing strings. What you wind up doing is changing guitars until you've got, 10 guitars with broken strings, and you're like, all right, change them. You order from Amazon? I get almost everything from Amazon. I'm pretty, I go to Amazon for a lot of stuff. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. Ever thought about customizing or changing something about your guitar, or at least it needs change? I used to do it a lot more when I was younger, but now I only do it out of necessity. Like, this has got, top of the line hardware and arcane pickups in it. It's like unlikely I'm changing anything in this guitar ever. Same with the Kramer. The Kramer has got a great set of EMGs in it. It's wired really great. I wouldn't want to mess with that. Same with the RG3120. Gorgeous set of, DiMarzio pickups in it, and it's a little off camera, but right here is the, the Dan Electro D59X. It's got lipstick and a P90. It's like, I'm not changing that out. It's like it's a thing, right? It's like it's the sum. It's greater than the sum of its parts, and so it's like it just as it comes from the factory is sort of like the way I like it. That said, I get some guitars that showed up in a state of disrepair, or I just don't like the pickups in it, and those are more likely. It depends on how complicated the wiring is. Like the Kramer, I've been that project. I almost went today, but I looked on the map. And the whole area surrounding You Do Electronics was all like red on Google Maps, so there had to be an accident or something going on. And I was like, I'll go Tuesday. Because I think they're closed Monday because of the holiday. So, yeah. I rarely do it. Like, I'll tell you one guitar I'm thinking about maybe changing the stuff out is like the little mini Les Paul. The tuners on it are pretty bad, and I think the guys who make the ratio tuners make a set that actually is a direct replacement for it that works really well. I don't even think I have to ream out the post holes or anything. It should just work right out of the get-go. So, I might do a little bit with that just because those tuners they're really weak. It's the weakest part of the whole build. What's up, Evil Homer? My vocal's a little low, yeah? Check. Is that a little better? Let me know. I don't want to be too loud. Or have you hear that come through. Right? That's probably why I had it down a little bit. Hey, you like that whip? How does the little orange crush sound? It sounds like it looks. It's small. It's a little amp. I believe. Is this one here? Am I wrong? Yeah, it's got a little headphone out. It's 3 watts. Little micro crush. Get that just like that. That one sounds amazing. That's the Brent Hines. That's a really good amp. And same with this one down here. That's their solid state 212 amp. Their Crush 120. It's a beast. It's a friggin' beast. What's up, David? Perfecto? Yeah, that's better. Gotta get the harmonics with the back pickup. An easy, teach me an easy 2-chord riff. A 2-chord riff. You know, if you go to 3 chords, you can do a lot more. But probably that's a pretty easy one. Little A. There's a whole bunch of songs out there that are. Trying to think if there's any 2-chord songs. I don't think so. I think they're pretty much all 3, you know. Is that an I on the 12th fret? It is. Right? Yup. Why do Gibsons smell nice? Because they put vanilla in the lacquer to make it palatable. Spray all day. Yeah. It's going by a little fast. Seeing a good evening and a rock on. Thanks, buddy. It's going by a little fast. Yeah, plenty of EA songs, but they're usually so like if you can deal with open E, open A, and open D, you know, there's a jailbreak. You know, there's like Gloria, right? There's Next to You by The Police. I mean, there's so many. There's trying to think of what else. Right, it's not. It didn't start on E. I mean, there's like so many. That sounds. I know we gotta be careful. AC/DC, you know. Like again, 3 chords. Scooby-Doo. Right, there's also right, that's all about that bass. It's all the same thing on 125. Oh yeah, breakdown by, is it is it? Horse with no name, all second friend. Yeah, you might be right with that. Oh shit, I'm out of coffee. Rock you like a hurricane. That is a good one. That is a good one. Not worried about copyrights tonight. It's the art of living dangerously. Yeah, triplets all the way on breakdown. Right. G. I've seen live streams shut down, but they were streaming music from other YouTube channels. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hi, Steve, looking from Sweden in the middle of the night. Rock on. Hey, thanks for staying up, Sweden. You are up late. Play Lunatic Fringe by Red Rider. Is it A or E? from Rosendale. God, I practically grew up in Rosendale. My dad had a pet store on Washington Street, for the barbershop, in Trethui's building. Thanks for staying up, Apostolist. Yeah, understood. 3 a.m., I know. I know. Thanks for staying up, man. I appreciate it. I have a black guitar like your white guitar. Yeah, that's a one of those Kramers, right? SM1s. Why don't you invite Jen O'Hara to join live feed? She seems crazy fun. I'd love to. Motorhead. That was one of the first songs I ever played in a band. Oh, thanks, Benjamin. Never too late to rock. Can you show us how you sweep? I'm not a very good sweeper, but you got to just just go for it. Right. If you hit it. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Motorhead, right? Have you thought about going to Sweetwater's Gear Fest in June? Yeah, I'm not going to do it this year. I got too much going on. I have, I'm doing the Tolman thing in June again, and then also Summer NAMM in July, and maybe one more event in July. So it's gonna, and I'm going to the International Guitar Festival, the Dallas International Guitar Festival. And that's just in like a couple of weeks, so I've been doing so much traveling. I had to draw a line somewhere. Thanks, RJ, the PRS fund or the Vintage Charbel Fund. Yeah, I tell you, I saw some. They did have a Model 6. It looked gorgeous. It was really nice, but they were it was a little pricey. I think they wanted around $7, maybe $7.50 for it. I'd like to get that more like around $6 if I could. So you've had the Vola for like a day or two. How are you really liking it? I've actually had this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm loving it. It's killer. Bobby was over, and he played it, and his first thoughts about the neck was, it feels like a Les Paul. And so in that sense, it's very much like a Jackson, because Jackson is kind of like that, a marriage of a Les Paul neck on a Strat style body. It's all like, so it's 6 on the line headstock, and right, that was the whole thing about the soloist, was it was supposed to be sort of like a flatter, more Les Paul style neck with binding and a set neck, right, all that stuff. So, in that sense, I thought he really kind of nailed it. It is very much like a Les Paul neck, like a Slim Taper 60s or whatever. It's I love this guitar. It sounds so good. It's just such a joy to play. It's nice. These aren't cheap though. These are up there. I didn't even want to know what they cost, but I'm sure it's up there. I got it for artist pricing, so I doubt what I paid is what they go for. Hey, was that Orion from RNA? What's up, buddy? I think he just went by real fast on me. I want a PRS 509 badly. I tell you this, that PRS, that was the one. Sometimes it's staring you in the face, and I knew it. That friggin' PRS McCarty, the MC58. My God, was that thing gorgeous. Loaded with all the accoutrements. Man, it really was nice. So, there's a CE out there that's sort of been bouncing around for a while, and I don't know what's going on with it. It's a really good looking guitar, and you'll see it, and then it like goes, "Hey, thanks TWF, thanks buddy, much appreciated." Oh, see you Jamal, thanks for hanging out, buddy. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I think it's sold twice and been returned twice. So that's a bit of a red flag. But it could be that I might be able to talk him into getting a better price on it. So I don't know. It's like, why does it keep getting returned? No way, my Jackson necks are thinner than Ibanez necks? Really? That has not been my experience. Not for a Jackson USA soloist. They've been thicker than my Ibanez necks. Absolutely thicker. So maybe are they USA made? Is it a USA soloist? Really? Because my experience has been a thicker neck. You know. Like the first thing you do when you get that Greg Koch guitar, you have to go. I wish I could play like him. Yeah, the CE is a bolt-on neck, which I find a little snappier. A little snaps. Bolt-ons have a certain snappiness to them that you kind of lose when you go to a set neck. I miss the World Sir on Newbury. Yeah, same here. Preferred string gauges. I'm mostly 10s. I have one or two guitars I run in. I have a lot with 11s on them too. But usually I have a very few that have 9s. So I run 9s, 10s, and 11s with I'm going to say 60% 10s, 30% 11s, and 10% 9s. I think you're going for the Rabbit song. How about the Monsters theme? See you, Craig. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Yeah, Jackson Soloist has a thick neck, right? Am I crazy? Compared to a Wizard neck, I swear to God, it's like twice as thick. Steve, if you were going to create a Frankenstein guitar from parts, which guitars would you use? I don't know. I'm not even sure I understand the question. like a Telly rosewood neck on a Les Paul body? Ooh, that sounds gross. I think I know the A-Team theme. I don't remember that one. A-Team. I'm drawing a blank. Yes. Yeah, Peter says, no, the soloist has a thick neck profile. Yeah, I remember it being a little on the thicky side. Mine a Japanese Jacksons. Yeah, those might be a different neck profile, actually. Without a doubt. Hey Steve, you gonna try Bias Effects too? Yeah, I used to talk with them a bit, and I haven't talked with them in a while, and I don't know. Considering everybody seemed to have got it in the last couple of weeks, and I wasn't on that email list apparently, probably not. Steve, will you ever try a Harley Benton Fusion with a roasted maple neck? I tried one at GitCon. It was pretty awesome. And those are sort of like early prototypes. Those weren't even really ready for prime time yet. But I'm going back there in like 6 weeks. And I'll definitely be able to try them out then. I'm going to try and get one here. Get one of the ones. They make one with the Floyd Rose 1000 on it, which is pretty freaking awesome. Have you ever used a scallop neck? One of my guitars is scalloped. One of my RGs is a scallop neck. Flintstones for 420. Give them that. Steve, have you ever played any Schecter guitars? Yeah, at GitCon, Schecter was one of the vendors there, and I tried out a few of their guitars. The one I really dig, and I tell you, it's been on my radar a little bit, is they make the Sun Valley Super Shredder, which is an amazing guitar for the money. My God, I don't know how they do it so cheap, but they make this killer guitar for such short money. And tried one of those. It was pretty awesome. The one I want has the sustainer in it. All right, it's got a sustainer in the neck. That's sick. That's the one I want. And sometimes, they're not very expensive. They're like $700 or $800, something like that, right? They're not super pricey. But you can find them used sometimes like $550, like in mint condition. And if I came across one of those, I'd jump on it. Around that money. Oh yeah, the Brady Bunch. Is it? Then you modulate, right? Right. Someone says, yeah, I have one. It's awesome. Someone says, hey, I've got a Sun Valley, a white Sun Valley with the Sustainer grade accent. Yeah, aren't those nice? You know? Yeah, I want the Sustainer one, right? Yeah, GMC's got it right. Steve, you don't even know why the Viper Pro was such a fail in the market. Maybe you don't think it was a failure. I don't know if it was a failure. I think it was, I think they sold a few units. You know why? Because I see them on the used market. And if you see them on the used market, that means they sold a few units. I don't think it was quite as popular as the first round. The first round of Vipers had a lot of, just very quickly there was more competition this time. When the Viper first came out, their only competition was really Line 6. That was about it. And since then, a lot more, now Line 6 isn't even competition. They should be more worried about Katana. I would hurt it probably? Just the release of Katana, and I think Fender might have even had a couple of digital lamps that sort of stole its thunder. Night Swan hype next month. Yeah, is it coming out next month? Krell Bar says diamond guitars are awesome. Not a custom. Imperial Gates killer guitar. I'll never spend more than $2,000 for a guitar. Yeah, but how much was the Becker? How much was the Jason Becker? I thought isn't that north of $2,000? No? Is it under $2,000? If it is, that's a really good buy. I thought it would be like $2,100, $2,200, something like that. What's up, RNA, buddy? Nice improv. You don't get enough credit for your playing. I agree. Damn it. I'm working on it. It's on my to-do list. I like the where I'm just using my fingers, No, it was under 2,000? Really? It's under 2,000 for that? $1,700 for the Becker? Really? Jeez. I really, just to be honest, I would have pegged it like, like $19.99, and by the time you get done with tax and shipping or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're at $2,200 because they won't sell it to you without a case, right? Or some crap like that, right? Where you're like a little forced extra spending. That's what I was thinking. But I stand corrected. That was killing me. The Becker guitar is $16.99 or less when they have specials. Just bought a JB24 for $15.99. Really? That's pretty damn awesome. It was $1,800 for my California carve top. Wow, that's great. Right now I'm running through, someone asked me what am I using. Right now I'm running through THU and I am using a stock patch called Behave Lead. Oh, behave. What's the most you ever spent on a guitar? This one. Yeah. But look at that top. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Green Media Mac Music pulled that case crap on me with the Sir build. Yeah, you know what? It might not be them, it might be Sir. So, like, Ibanez did that. Ibanez, the first year Ibanez RGs came out, they priced the case separately in 1988, right? So the RG was announced in 87, and they were building them in 87. And a lot have an 87 serial number. But those were not on the shelves until, like, the first time we ever got them on the shelves, and we were an Ibanez dealer, was January of 88, like right after the NAMM show. They were taking orders and shipping them out. You could get it without a case. Case was optional, right? 1989, no longer an option. Like literally 1 year later, you could not, if you bought the guitar, you had to buy it with a case. So that's precedent going back like what, 30 years now? Because the dealers, they want to ship them in cases to the dealer, and they, and they don't want to have the dealer stuck with a bunch of empty cases and giving people the option not to buy it with a case. It's it's a bit of a racket. But yeah, case was not optional. It was mandatory. Hey, what's up, Brett? Thought the gems case were optional back then. No, not with us. No, because by the time the gem came out, that was 89, 90, it was not an optional case. In fact, it had a matching case with a colored, right? So if you got, I think, the root beer one, it was like Ibanez and like white, and then I could have sworn if you got like the bright yellow or the bright pink one, the green one, it came with a pyramid on it with the serial number that matched it, right? There was a very limited edition. But the yellow one or the pink one had Ibanez in pink on the outside, and some of them had Ibanez in white on the outside. They were sort of all over the place, but no, I remember very, very quickly. And in fact, I think if you even pull the 89 price list, it might even say in there, like a big sign, the case is not optional. Yeah, they got militant on that really fast. Rainy day out in Western Mass. How was it out here? It was on and off, They told us it was going to be crazy, but then it never really panned out, So yeah, the patch I'm playing right now is called Behave Lead. I probably found it somewhere and copied it here because it's in my patch bank. I was going to say it's number 55, but it's number 55 in my patch bank, which doesn't mean anything. So, you know what? Again, that's where Guitar Rig, they do so many things so much better than anyone else. They have a rating system and they have a search box where you can search out. They don't have, I don't think, is there a search box? I don't think so. Can I go up here and click up here and search into it's not a search box. No. 9. Yet. I saw the link for the John 5 video, but I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, it's really good. When you see Steve floating, then you know it really rained. You know, I haven't really had a test of the emergency flooding system down here. I changed it a year ago, like in May. I want to say May of last year was when I did it. And we haven't really had, if we have, the system's worked enough where it hasn't risen above the floor, but I doubt that that's possible. I gotta think it's still going to drain it out, but I'm not going to be able to control it, 20 feet away from it without a French drain running through it. I just don't see how it's possible. The ground can't leach the water that fast. It's, what do they call that? It's got to percolate. It's got to perk. What's a good small interface and price? Well, I think the Focusrite makes us like a little soloist one. Got to get the second gen though. Got to get the new one. Don't buy a used one. Get the second one because it's got better preamps. The second gen has a better preamp in it. I think those are like $99, right? Maybe $150 for like a 2i2 or something like that. CRC32, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Yeah, I'm using OBS to stream. Someone asked, Quentin asked, am I using OBS to stream? I am. Scarlet Solo is $129 brand new. Yeah, get the latest one. You want Gen 2 on that. You want second gen. A little bit better preamps in it. They're much better in the range of the guitar. Right, the old ones they were too weak. Too sensitive. Hey, metalhead hippie, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Someone asked, what am I using for software? I'm using THU. Yeah, people want me to switch guitars. I switch to the Kramer. Want me to switch to this one? I could. It's up to you. Let me know. Talks amongst yourselves. Let me know. All right, we can do the white Kramer. You know what? I'm gonna hit mute on this just so I don't hurt your ears. I hit mute, not mute the mic, mute this thing. this thingamabob here. The thing doodle. Can I just do a... Can I just do a prisoner exchange here? This is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. And then we get... okay, and then... And stay. Okay. And then we just pick this up. Look at that. He's a goddamn pro. He's a goddamn pro. If you guys want, we can play What's on the Table. It's up to you. You know, you got to plug it in. You gotta plug it in. All right. Gotta check though. So I have. Check the levels, and then we got to unmute. See you, Raymond. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Should have gotten an SM1 when they were blowing them out for $700. Yeah, they got really cheap, right? I think they were under $7, weren't they? They were really down there because they had old stock. The inlays are copies of, I think, the headstock, right? Isn't that the beak inlay, aka the headstock inlay? The inlay is a copy of the headstock. Right? And of course, it's opposite world. This one says Kramer. See, I gotta get the light just right. I'm too close. I'm blowing it out. That's a good one. John Parsons says he got his for $650. That's a smoking price on that, dude. Steve, are those EMG pickups in the Kramer? Yeah. I fight with people about this, but I believe it's an 89 SA, but people tell me it's like a TW81 SA, and I don't know who's right. Also available with Duncan's if you just want a non-active setup. Any kiss? Yeah. It kind of does look like the carving a little bit, doesn't it? It's because it's a neck through. I'd really have to, if I can do this. If we lose video, it's all your fault. I'm blaming you. I'm going to bring just the gain down a hair. You see, now you can see it's not so blown out. Of course, everything else looks dark. But it's tough to shoot such, bright against dark. The dynamic range on this camera is, like most webcams, kind of garbage. Where's that around right here? Maybe right there. Too bright. Maybe there. I could have just canceled it. Anyway. Yep, well, you're just in time. Hello, Argentina. Yeah, this shape has been around since the late 80s, and it most likely was originally conceived by ESP, because that's who was ghost building for Kramer at the time. What's up, Dublin? Play He-Man Woman Hater. I don't think I know that. It's an extreme tune, right? Think the webcam looks just fine. Okay. Do you use Ibanez? I've been known to use the Ibanez once in a while. Are you using the 16-channel mixer just for your lapel mic? Yes. Yeah, OG Stage Masters were made by ESP. Yeah, that's pretty much the lowdown. Kramer by like 1986 was a transitional year. I think by 87, they're pretty much 100% being built by ESP and brought over being painted and assembled by Kramer. Still calling them Kramer American. Just going to put some Duncans in there, right? There's some American pickups in there. See, we got a German tremolo. We have German tuners. We have, but it would be painted and assembled, which was just apparently enough to say it was American made. I mean, they literally put a Kramer American like right in the headstock back then. What's up, Australia? Probably the morning for you. Like late morning? It's about 10 a.m. for you? What's the Kramer go for? Well, it depends. You know, if you can find some old stock, they were blowing them out like in the 600s, but now people are telling me they're more like $800-900. They sold out pretty quickly. Those old ones. Thoughts on roasted maple necks? I like them. I like the way they look. You know what? You know why they're brown? Because the caramelization, right? Everything has sugars in it. That's why when you almost anything you cook will brown, because the sugars, the glucose in the meat or the vegetable or whatever caramelizes, turns brown. Like onions, right? They have a lot of sugars in them, and they caramelize, and they caramelized onions, right? So that's basically what's happening, is you're caramelizing the neck, right? You're heating it to such a temperature where you'll actually caramelize the sugars. And that has a way of really stabilizing the wood, so you don't get the change, the shrinking and the expanding that you get with changes in humidity. Like around here, we have tremendous changes in humidity. We go super bone dry in the winter. You know, dew points in the single digits. The dew points in the 70s in the summer. You know, I mean, that's a massive difference in water content in the air. And your guitars sort of feel it. That's why I keep most of them down here in the basement, because the basement has a way of being a little bit like moister in the winter and a little drier in the summer, right? Because I run dehumidifiers. It's like, it really is like kind of like a wine cellar, and that it keeps things fairly even. Steve, what do you think of Faith guitars? Picking up a Blood Moon Venus. Yeah, they're an acoustic, right? Is Faith guitars an acoustic set? I've actually, now that you mention, I think I've played a Faith guitar out at the NAMM show. They were downstairs, and they were nice. They're all over the place in price, though. They had some guitars that were like a couple of $1,000 and other ones that were like $500. So they had a pretty wide ranging line. So I don't know about all of them, but the ones I played they're pricey. They were probably over $1,000, but they were damn nice. They were real nice. Hello, Italy. Steve, Faith are mostly electric, but they do have, I think, an LP style electric. Okay. Picking up my first Kramer in years. It's your fault. I love it. Yeah. Kramer makes nice stuff. You know, Kramer really was a legit brand from the 80s. You know, they were no flash in the pan. They were, you know, that guy, I guess, did everything to ruin the company, and eventually he did. But, you know, for a while there, man, they were just killing it. They were the one. Like, when you would read the back of the guitar magazines and they would put, like, you know, who was the top vendor, you know, Kramer shot to the top of that list and stayed there pretty much for most of the 80s. Last time you've been to a guitar store? That's a great question. When was the last time I've been to a guitar store? I went to Attleboro. I went down to Guitar Center to look at a piece of electronics hardware, which they had in stock, and it was actually, I wound up buying it. That was maybe 2 months ago. Talk about what your software can do. Well, it's not my software. Just go check out overloud.com. I'm using Overloud's TH3. Hey, what's up, Kurt? Good to see you, buddy. It was all the Floyd Rose exclusivity deal. That was a lot of it. That definitely pushed a lot of people to it. But they were cranking out some guitars that were you know, like the headstock. They were cranking out some good stuff. You know, like the binding. I suppose it was all maybe a ripoff of Jackson. I mean, they all sort of ripped each other off. Yeah, I went to the Attleboro GC. Well, the one that's good in Boston is the one on Boylston Street, the 1265 Boylston Street, the old WBCN building. That's the best one. The one on Mass Ave is just there because Daddy's went out of business, and they saw an opportunity to go in there and get some people from Berkeley didn't want to walk all the way over there. They didn't want to walk all the way over to Boylston Street, even though it's just a few blocks away. So they made sure they had one directly across from Berkeley. I mean, it just makes sense. At one time, E. Wurlitzer's, Daddy's, and LaSalle, 3 major retailers, were all within a block of Berkeley. And now the only one left is Guitar Center. All the other ones have gone out of business. Which sucks. Yep, this is the new Kramer. That's the new Vola. See you, Southeast Home Recording. Natick is small, but I found some well-priced used stuff. Yeah, Natick is definitely, one of those. They're not too bad, though. I mean, I've been to some worse ones. The worst one is Portsmouth, New Hampshire. God, everything on the wall was a wreck. I heard West Springfield's pretty much garbage, too. The one on Boylston Street's pretty good. Braintree can be hit or miss. Braintree's pretty big, though. Just checked on the Kramer. It goes from $800 to $1,310. Well, I would never pay $1,310. It retails for $999. That's like MSRP. Used to find deals at Daddy's all the time. American-made Strat for $300. It can happen, man. They had an American-made Fender Original 50s. That's a guitar that sells for $19.99 brand new. Used all day. They're like, if you're lucky, they're definitely $14.99, $13.99. If you're lucky, $12.99. They had one on there for $8.99. They just kept dropping the price. See you, Zach. Millbury, Mass. Yeah, I did. I did score my chord keyboard from there, though. It was pretty good. Yeah, Ed Roman. I never got that guy. I knew so many people that really worshipped him, and I was like, why? He just seems like a straight-up huckster, He just seemed like a dude that was... The best one was when he had a falling out with Heritage, and he wrote, like, one of his, typical 3,000-word manifestos on, like, a single web page, about how, like, Heritage sucked, and pretty much by the time he gets to the end of it, it's like, well, we used to make good money from them, now we don't. It really just can't. I was like, dude, talk about. He's like, they're pretty good. He just went on trashing them and all this stuff. Like, I mean, when you fell out with Ed Roman, God, you heard it. Oh, that dude. No, I know. It's been dead for what? At least 5 years, maybe longer. Longer, I think. Maybe like 10 years. See you, Whip. Ed Roman ripped me off. Yeah, you know what? Your story's not uncommon. I had a friend of mine that was like, he bought some neck and Ed like drilled out the neck and like put these like dowels in, and, like told him it was like a much better system and charged him like crazy money for that. And I was like, dude, that if that was such a better system, then every manufacturer would do it. Nobody's doing it because it's like I don't think it's a better contact. And he's like, yeah. I was like, I gave him a couple of reasons why I didn't think it was particularly, if anything, it's the same. I don't know that it's any better. God. But, Ed earned his own rep. Ed had countless opportunities to do the right thing, and At every turn, every story I've heard is that he kind of didn't. It was all about Ed, and that was about it. And so, Ed's been dead 9 years. There you go. I knew it had been a while. Yeah. You don't like PRSs? No, I love PRSs. I wish they'd send me one. Come on, Gene. Jesus, everyone's getting a PRS. Notice that? Last couple of weeks, everyone's getting PRSs. Come on, Gene, hook me up. Christ. What's it going to take? I found it hard to believe so many famous musicians frequented this place. Well, did he have pictures with them, or did he just say they did? Right? A huge difference. Only knew from his PRS neck joint mod. Yeah, see, again, there's like, it's like, oh yeah, well they almost make it good, but I'm going to make it better. It's like, no, you're not. All you're going to do is make some little non-change that hopefully doesn't make it any worse, and you're going to charge people through the roof for your quote-unquote service, and you're going to be able to convince a certain percentage of the population, right? There's one born every minute. Steve, you usually keep the whammy bars off the guitars. No, I don't. I don't know why it's not on this guitar. Damn it, it should be. You know why? Because I probably had it in the case, and of course, when I put it in the hard case, I take it off and throw it in the compartment. Then I took it out. I had it on the wall, and I just didn't have it in it. But yeah, how's my Bruins doing? Not as good as my Celtics, and not as good as my Pats. So. My Celtics are up 3-0, but Bruins, I think, are at 3-2. When you're 2-2, someone's got to go ahead. So, right, then they always look at the other team and they're facing elimination. Well, yeah, one team's got to go ahead. So, I think they're down 3-2 in the series. So you got to win the next two. You win the next one to just get to the. Years back, I called Ed to get a price on a BC Rich. By the end of the call, I told him to get fucked. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Thanks for hanging, Boris. Any Sir guitars in your life? Yeah, he pushed J-Frogs a lot. Yeah, so a buddy of mine who I saw, I think it was about a year ago. He, maybe 6 months ago, he was over here. He'd been playing a Sir, so he goes, so I bought the guitar, and, it was a nice guitar, and he paid like $1,800 or $2,000 for the guitar, because the paint started falling off of it. He said, so I, emailed them and said, hey, man, I got this Sir here, and the paint's falling off in it. And they were like, oh, yeah, not a problem. If you'll pay the shipping to us, we'll fix it. So he goes, so I sent him the guitar. He goes, and they completely repainted. They asked me what I wanted for a color, and I chose a different color than it was. They were like, no problem. He goes, they completely, repainted the guitar and reassembled it and set it all up and sent it back to me. He goes, it was like getting a brand new guitar. He goes, all I had to do was pay for the shipping out, and they paid for the shipping back. I was like, that's pretty damn good. So, that's a good story. That's a feel-good story. And it's why I think Sir has a good rep. So, again, he bought it used. Yeah, the Celtics are up 3-0, yeah. Yeah, Pete Thorne's in the Sir big time. Well, he's got a deal with them, right? He has a signature guitar through them, so. Well, finally, I once asked a Roman who could get me a BC Rich bass like the one I own, which was just a one-off. Just like I expected he claimed he could get when they quoted some crazy price, right? That Thorn was 2,200, right? You'd consider it, but 3,500 is it's a bridge too far. I get it. Everyone has a price, you know. Came into the feed late. Steve, you doing okay, amigo? Under the weather? No, I'm doing pretty good. I was sick a couple of weeks ago. I actually got worse. Like the next day, Sunday was even worse than that Saturday. I thought I was getting better. I was getting worse. That was pretty crappy. There's a lot of people that play Sir. 850. Oh my God. Wow. I'm going to say that went by a little fast. Let me check the driveway. Driveway's empty. Yeah, that's the old Kramer. Uh-oh. I killing my mic here? Hold on. I'm going to move my wires from my feet. What do you think of the Aristides guitar you played at NAMM? I really like Aristides. They really seem to make a pretty... I'm intrigued by them. Everyone I've played has been pretty awesome. Been pretty great. Warmouth builds. What about a Schuster Savant 3 for 500? I don't know that one. The Schuster Savant? Is that a Kramer? What's up, Ben? Well, Ben, we're out of here in about 9 minutes. Oh yeah, we should talk about the Dallas Guitar Show. So I found out Phil X is going to be there. That's going to be awesome. Paul Reed Smith's band is going to be there. That's going to be awesome. Vola's going to be there. That's going to be awesome. Who else is going to be there this year? I think Eric Johnson is going to be there again. Let me think about this. They got a few people that are going to be there. It's going to be pretty sweet. I'm so stoked that Phil's going to be there. I think Anthony Collins is going to be there. I met him at NAMM this past NAMM. And what I like about the Dallas Guitar Show is that it has so many vintage guitars, right? It's really not just all... There's new, but the new is only like maybe like 20 or 30% of the show. It's really like... it's really a lot of vintage guys, so you can check out some amazing vintage instruments. And I'll be there this year. I'll shoot a bunch of footage. I'll, go around and do some, some shots, do like a little friggin' vlog style. I'm looking forward to Pecan Lodge. That place is awesome. Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Yeah, Andy Timmons might be there. Let me call it up really quickly. Let me see. Dallas International Guitar Festival. All right, Eric Gales, people. Phil X, Matt Schofield. So I met Matt, Greg Koch. I met Matt at TGU 18. Greg Koch, Rocky Athis, Seymour Duncan, Jimmy Wallace, Mike Morgan. Who else is going to... Anthony Collins, Andy Timmons, Johnny Highland, Rick Vito, Paul Reed Smith, the Stratoblasters, Alan Haynes will be there. A whole bunch of names I don't recognize. Sonny Landreth, Philip Sace, Red Volkart, who's killer. You know Red? He's like an old dude who can he's a kick-ass player. I like him. Chris Rodriguez. Oh, Chris is going to be there. Oh, cool. I met him at, it's the same Chris Rodriguez. I met him at, and Rob Balducci's going to be there. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh, it's going to be good. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Oh, hold on. Back here and right there. All right. Hold on, I missed a few of these here. It'll be awesome to meet up with so many of you, and then there's the barbecue. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, Greg Koch, his chops don't quit. He is really good, man. Johnny Hyland's amazing. Every time I watch him play, I'm just blown away. He's so good. He's so good. You know, Red's still around. Red's awesome. Hold on. Let me call up Andy Timmons real quick, see if he's going to be there. I don't know, Andy. We're not that close. I've met him a few times, but we haven't exchanged numbers like I have with other dudes, like Phil X and who else? Loomis. Yeah, Philip Sace, right? He's amazing. Yeah, happy 420. Trying to think of what was that song? Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. I think it's just a 154. Are you saying you have a Bon Jovi? And I do. In fact, I was backstage when they came to Boston. He invited me down and he got me up on stage. It was pretty awesome. Who's Highland with now? He is with Kiesel. Hey, what's up, Eric? Long time no see, but I'm finishing up in like 3 minutes. You still have the USA Pacer? I do, and I was going to go buy some parts for it today, but I checked Google traffic and things looked a little crazy around it. So I think for some reason around that building, everything was dark red. So it looks like there was an accident there or something. And I was like, I'll go Tuesday. I'll go Tuesday. Check it out, you know. A 50-watt Bugera. I don't have a Bugera. I have Hughes and Kettner. It's a Viper. You got your orange, and then up there that's 6505 plus, and then all this other stuff over there is all like orange stuff. And then that's a reload box right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah. Little raga for you. What amp am I using right now? I'm using THU, and it's called Behave Lead. Yeah. Helps if you hit the right notes. Steve, you love it. Well, I started out playing this guitar, but then everybody wanted me to switch. So I switched to the Kramer. Because it was in the same spot. All right, guys, well, it's 9 o'clock. I think it's the official time to end. How does the blue couch affect my tone? It quite a bit. Oh, thanks, Dan of J. Thanks, guys. Some Steel Panther. All right, dudes, I'm scrolling up. It's time to end. Oh yeah, 2 hours and 2 minutes. All right, dudes, thanks so much for hanging out. No, you rock. No. You rock. There won't be a live show at my normal time because I will be in Dallas. But the week after that, I will have my show. So it's going to be... That's why I did it tonight, because I figured if I don't do it tonight, I'm not going to see you the first Saturday of May, because I'll be in Dallas at the Dallas Guitar Show. So I'll see you there shortly thereafter, though. I hope so. All right, dudes. To everyone who contributed, thanks so much. Super appreciate it. Everyone who hung out tonight, you're awesome. No, you rock. And I will see you in the next one. Later.